you follow me on Instagram, then you know I collect Funko Pops. In fact, right now, at the time of this recording, I got over 300, mate. It's getting out of hand. And you guys are always asking me which ones are my favourites, so here you go. This is the top 100, my personal favourite ones. Please tell me of the video which ones you think is the best down below. That'd be amazing. And let's start the list. Starting off the list is Venomized Doctor Strange. I think Venom and Doctor Strange as a combo is one of the most OP characters in all of Marvel. Not the most OP. You're going to see that in a little bit, but this is pretty sick. Defender Strange was very, very sick in Multiverse of Madness. I somehow have a feeling we're going to see a little bit more of him, maybe in What If Season 2. I really, really hope so. He was pretty sick. Supreme Strange, arguably one of the most powerful versions of Doctor Strange. By the way, he's my favourite hero of all time, if you're wondering why I have so many. I don't think we're going to see any more versions of this Doctor Strange. Obviously, he's dead. I promise you, this entire list is not all Doctor Strange. This is the classic comic book version. I actually really, really like the box. I think it looks really, really amazing. Now we have Darth Vader. I really don't actually like his head design. I don't know why. I know this is like one of the most OG Funko Pops around. There is another version of Vader later on this list, so don't get too salty, man. 35 is Smaug the Dragon, one of my favourite characters in all of the Lord of the Rings, and in my opinion, the greatest live-action version of any dragon, and we got a better version a little bit later. Sherlock is still probably my favourite TV show of all time, unless you're counting The Office. I love Sherlock so much. I think it's extremely underrated. It was the skull with the violin, and of course, I went with the skull. I know a lot of people will think, why is this so far down, even though it's still 93 of like nearly 350. I don't know why. There's this colour scheme or maybe the pose. Don't worry, there's more Vegeta later on in the list. Without question of doubt, this is the most powerful version of Doctor Strange, apart from the What If version. You're going to see that in a little bit. Ghost Rider and Strange as a combo is absolutely stupidly OP. I actually had a few other versions of Iron Man, but unfortunately a few years ago I sold them, so I don't have that many. I still like this version of the unmasked Iron Man. I did have better ones, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, maybe we'll buy them in the future. Number 90 is Grinning Ultron. I think I prefer this to the normal version. I do have an even better version of Ultron on this list. Just wait, I think he's one of the most underrated characters in all of Marvel, mate, not just the MCU. 89 is Spider-Man Miles Morales. I really, really like Into the Spider-Verse. I do not have any of those pops. I'm just letting you guys know. This would be higher up. It's just the pose is like very, very basic, man, but it's still sick. If you know who Moriarty is and why he's wearing his big ass crown, you've probably seen one of the best television episodes of all time. Genuinely a 10 out of 10. Beyond God tier. BB-8 is still, if I'm being honest, my favourite droid in all of Star Wars. I do have a full-size one. That video is soon to come. This wasn't the Darth Vader version that I was talking about, but I don't know why I like this Darth Vader Christmas special thing. I don't know. I'm losing the plot, ladies and gentlemen. I just think it looks sick, man. Don't kill me. 85 goes to Solid Gold Doctor Strange. It was actually fan voted, which does make me very, very happy. They obviously picked a bunch of heroes that fans said, and they turned them completely gold. The last Iron Man on this list goes to Iron Man Mark 43. I love the pose on here, man. Even though this is not rare or anything like that, I just love the little vroom vroom that he's about to fly off. Next up is one of the most evil versions of Doctor Strange we've ever seen, and he's in the Multiverse of Madness. This is Sinister Strange. Next up is the Night King. This would be much higher up, but I do again have a better version. The big bad villain of Game of Thrones, still very, very sick. 81 is Rocket and Potty Groot. I always hated that name, man. I prefer just Baby Groot, bruv. I really, really do like this. I don't have any other Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go. Rocket's still my favourite member, and I can't wait for Guardians 3. Breaking in number 80 with Agent Smith. Just one of the best like villains in movie history by far, mate. Just Hugo Weaving, what he done with that character is just so good. Next up is Zombie Strange. This is from What If Season 1. Season 2 is not out yet. I actually think there's a zombie special coming to Disney Plus. At the time of this recording, it's not out. Hopefully Zombie Strange is there. If you're watching this and you don't know who the second sister is, you haven't played the best Star Wars game of all time. No cap. Jedi Fallen Order masterpiece. My favourite Power Ranger of all time, the Green Ranger. I think most people like the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. There you go, that's it, man. Obviously, I'm about the villain life. Darth Maul is next up. I do not have any other version of Darth Maul. I know he doesn't even hold his bloody lightsaber in 2 right now. We've only got the one-sided, but hey, we move, mate. I do think like the face as well looks very, very good. 75 is Armored Batman, obviously from Batman v Superman. In my opinion, very, very underrated, and this pop is actually really, really heavy. The Wendigo is just one of the best things I've ever seen from Hannibal, the TV show, one of my favorite shows of all time. Genuine nightmare fuel. If I had to pick between the First Class Magneto and obviously Ian McKellen's version, it's going to be Michael Fassbender all day long. This version of Magneto is my Magneto. Wolverine is in my top 5 favourite Marvel heroes of all time. I wish he had some better looking pops. I'm not going to lie, this is my favourite pops, not my favourite characters, so I'm just keeping it real. He's still Logan though, man. Next up is just the straight up OG version from the first movie of Doctor Strange by the master himself, Benedict Cumberbatch, and that means number 70 is Doctor Strange. This is the Chase edition. I was a little bit worried when Funko announced this. Luckily, he looks very, very sick, and I'm so glad my favourite hero is number 1000. 69, let's go. Super Saiyan Goku is rocking this number, baby. Humongous fan of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, as you're soon gonna see. Next up is Darkseid Rey. If I could pick any character in all of Star Wars to just go a little bit deeper, maybe some alternate version, bruv, hey, it's her. Daisy Ridley, please. Please, please, please. Curse Barbosa is up next. The only thing I don't like about this pop, but it probably would have been a little bit higher, is his big ass hat. You can't even see anything, mate. But I love the little monkey as well. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. This pop is sick. 66 goes to Standard Vegeta. I don't know why. I just prefer how this looks to the Super Saiyan version. Also, there's another version a little bit later on. You're going to see the most goated version of Vegeta ever. Jason Voorhees, just, he don't need no introduction, bruv. Just this pop is one of the OGs. Actually, one of my first ever Funkos that I ever bought, and it's still one of my favourites. This is the version of the Night King that I was talking to you before. When he raised Viserion in the show, oh, I was mind blown, mate. Absolutely mind blown. This pop is sick. It looks unbelievable, and I just wish Game of Thrones ended a little bit better. Beerus eating noodles. Yeah, mate, let's go. God of Destruction, baby. If you watch Dragon Ball Super, you know how much of a hype my man Beerus is. Trunks is rocking number 62. He's actually my favourite hero in all of Dragon Ball history. Of course, that means we've got some other versions a little bit closer to number 1. 61 is Legolas, my favourite hero in all of Lord of the Rings. Orlando Bloom just made that character, for me personally, so good, and I just love elves. 60 is Doctor Strange. This is astral projection form. Very, very sick pop. This is slowly getting a little bit hard to get, so if you like it, I would buy it now. It's going to get harder and harder. Super Saiyan Future Trunks. Obviously, this is actually in the saga that is my favourite one of all time. I mean, I get Goku Black, my favourite villain, versus my favourite hero. Let's go. 58 is Doctor Strange with these, I don't know, some of you guys in the other videos said these are dragons. Some of you guys said they're snakes. Obviously, this is from Multiverse of Madness. Whatever it is, it don't really matter, bruv. It looks very cool. Future Trunks is up next with this badass, hella sick pose with his sword. I mean, this is fire, mate. This is absolute fire. Just amazing. Next up is Kid Buu, probably one of the most vicious villains in all of Dragon Ball history. I remember seeing Kid Buu, and when he growled and the planet started shaking, that's when you knew he ain't playing games. The pop is very cool. 55 is Superman, the standard Man of Steel version. Henry Cavill, I said bare times, bruv, he is my Superman. At the time of this recording, he's not coming back. Hopefully, he is. Next up is Batman from Red Rain. This is a vampire version, eh? You guys know about the vampy life, bruv. Vampire's my favourite creature ever next to the Xenomorph, and this is absolutely sick. I still know a lot of people who have not seen Trick or Treat. Is absolutely blasphemy, bruv. If you like horror and Halloween, this is an absolute must-see movie. The Dementor is at number 52. It's getting heavy now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this pop is properly sick. Proper skeleton, mate. Looking to the side, looking hella scary. Let's go, man. This is the version of Ultron that we should be very happy we didn't get in the MCU, because if you've seen What If, you know my guy is not playing games. Stupidly OP. We're breaking into the 50, ladies and gentlemen, with this big-ass jumbo-sized Pikachu. This is absolutely massive, bruv. I think this is the biggest version that Funkos do. I wish there was more Pokemon. I've got to get a love for Pikachu though, of course. Mass Effect 2 is probably my second or third favourite game of all time. I do need to collect more Mass Effect Funkos. I'm just being real, but Shepard, man, he's in my soul, bruv. For me, this is the absolute queen of the MCU, which is crazy to say. I love Hela, one of the best villains in the MCU, and just the pop, the helmet, unbelievable, man. Captain Jack Sparrow is rocking up number 47. I love what Johnny Depp done with this character, just one of the best in movie history. I wouldn't actually say Lucius Malfoy is like one of my favourite characters in Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is like one of my favourite fandoms of all time, but this pop looks so goddamn sick, I had to put it so high up, man. I just had to. The greatest villain in all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and just CGI-wise looks unbelievable. They done a master job with his pop. Big up Davy Jones. I absolutely love Jurassic Park. This is actually the only dinosaur pop I own right now. I do want to get the T-Rex, but the Velociraptor, I had to get this, man. The only thing that annoys me is this stupid like sticker residue, but I'll get that off eventually. If you don't know who this is the lead singer in a band called Ghost, which I've seen live with my best mate, and I'm gonna be honest, like, it was just, yeah, just God tier, mate. It's one of my favourite bands of all time. I'm so glad they made a pop of him. He looks unbelievably cool. One of my favourite horror movies of all time. Pennywise creeps the crap out of me, bruv, and I don't even have a problem with clowns. He's got so many variants of different pops, but this, for now, is my favourite version. Absolutely love Tekken so much, man. This is not my favourite character. My favourite character is Horang. They have not made a pop of that, which really does make me salty, but Jin Kazama is still my second favourite character ever. Massive, massive fan of the Conjuring movies, but more so the Annabelle movies. I mean, Annabelle Creation gives me nightmares, bruv. No joke. They actually own a full-size version of Annabelle. If you want to see that, check out the comment section, pinned to the top. Kratos is slapping people into number 39, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best PS4 games I've ever played, and I still know people who got a PS4 and ain't played God of War. What is going on? The Winter Soldier with the mask on is one of my, like, first ever few Funko Pops. This is actually really, really expensive now. Very, very hard to find with this mask on. If you want this, again, buy it now before it gets worse. Not gonna lie, when Doctor Strange turned into Dead Strange, it's probably one of my favourite Marvel MCU moments of all time. And they crush this pop. It's sick. My favourite villain in all of Dragon Ball history, do not worry. His better version is a little bit higher up, but I gotta give props. This version with the pose and the pink, like, ball of energy, bruv? Yeah, very, very, very sick. My favourite version of any Batman ever, Batman Beyond, was one of my favourite animated shows of all time. And then Return of the Joker, if you ain't seen that movie, go and watch it right now. Sub-Zero, my favourite character in Mortal Kombat. I'm so glad, man, they nailed this pose. Had to get the Chase Edition. Had to get the icy Hadouken balls, Kamehameha balls, whatever, bruv, you know what I mean. Fallout 4, again, in my top 5 favourite games of all time. I had to get the gold version, man. You can't tell me that gold power armour ain't looking like an absolute flex. You know it is. Lord Voldemort with the naughty snake, bruv. Oh, I love this pop, bro. And Lord Voldemort, just, yeah, he's too sick. And Harry Potter, my favourite character in all of Harry Potter, even heroes or villains. Absolutely love it, mate. Big up. This was the other version of Smaug I was telling you about. Gold Smaug. Again, just, yeah, you can't tell me, bruv. This is the greatest dragon in movie and TV show history. Number 30, we've got Jacob Fry, my second favourite assassin from Assassin's Creed of all time. Massive fan of it, man. I've been wearing the hat like in every single video. I think you guys know that by now. I've also cosplayed as him. Check out Instagram. Margin Vegeta, just the best version of Vegeta. I'm so glad they mastered this pop. The pose, the fire and energy at the bottom. This is a pop, man, that if I wanted to take him out of the box, this would be first, but hey, ain't about that life. Box or nothing. My favourite version of Superman in his black suit, man. Just this, I'm so glad I got this because I did not make this version for Zack Snyder's Justice League or Joss Whedon's garbage version, mate. Luckily, this came out for Man of Steel. Doctor Strange Supreme, the most OP version ever of any Doctor Strange, bruv. This would never make it to live action. He would literally wipe out everyone instantly, bruv. If you've seen What If, you know what's going on, man. Absolutely god tier. My favourite Spider-Man suit of all time, the black suit Spider-Man. I need to see Secret Wars, or at least Tom Holland with the black suit, and I will be so, so happy. Witcher 3, again, in my top 5 video games of all time. Pretty certain I've said, like, my top 5 video games in this video, but hey, Geralt, man, old Rivia. Let's go, baby. This Killmonger pop, it was my favourite one for a long time. If I'm being honest, I really, really think this is sick. One of the greatest villains in all of the MCU by far. In my top 5 Marvel villains of all time is Venom. Love this pop, man. Again, it's actually one of my first ever ones that I got, along with Black Suit Spider-Man, Green Ranger, and on and on. You get it. Homelander is one of the greatest villains of all time. I'm just saying, if you've never seen The Boys, you don't know what's up. Trust me, get on Amazon Prime right now. It's unbelievable. My 5th favourite Marvel hero of all time, I love the Punisher so much, man. And John Bernthal, he is the Punisher. No one else will ever be the Punisher, and I cannot wait to see more of him in the MCU. Top 20, it's getting a little bit sweaty. In my top 5 favourite Pokemon of all time is Vaporeon. Unfortunately, the other 4 favourites are not made yet, but maybe one day. Deathstroke is my favourite DC villain of all time. I loved him in the Batman Origins game. I liked him even in Arrow Season 2, if I'm being honest, but I still want the best version, man. Come on, DC. Come on, Warner Bros. Alien is my favourite creature of all time. Of course, that means there's another version a little bit higher up on this list, but I still think, as an original Funko, this came out very early on. This looks unbelievable, man. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you know I've got that big-ass Balrog canvas, man. The Balrog 6-inch beastie pop, absolutely unbelievable, bruv. Just another pop that I would display out of the box, but I ain't about that life, bruv, and I never will be. And this is Doctor Strange Supreme going full Super Saiyan Demon mode, bruv. This is his Demon Unleashed version, the most powerful version. If you ain't seen What If, go and check it out right now. Number 15 is Anakin Skywalker. This pop is unbelievable, man. His face and his eyes, they nailed it, bruv. They absolutely nailed it. My second favourite character in all of Star Wars. Let's go, man. Hannibal Lecter just is a goated, mate. As a villain, goated, bruv. I mean, Silence of the Lambs, one of my favourite movies of all time. It's beyond God tier. I love this Funko. I'm so glad they got him in his moving attire with his mask on. My favourite assassin in all of Assassin's Creed to date, Edward Kenway. I've cosplayed him multiple times. Again, you want to see it, it's on Instagram, bruv. I'm about the pirate life. Edward Kenway forever will be my guy. My second favourite MCU hero of all time, Blade. Just what Wesley Snipes done is goated. I love the comics, and right now, at the time of recording, Mahershala Ali has not had his movie yet. I really do hope it's very, very sick. My favourite character in all of DC, Red Hood. Just Red Hood, a lot like Punisher, man. Just, I love that style. Don't put him in jail, bro. Just shoot him. Get rid of him. Red Hood is my guy. I'd love a Red Hood movie, hopefully one day. We're in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are proper dripping with sweat. This is Ryuk from Death Note, my second favourite anime of all time. The whole Shinigami stuff with the eyes and that, just, I'm obsessed, bruv. I'm obsessed. This pop came out unbelievably good. Favourite hero in all of Dragon Ball history, the OG version of Super Saiyan Trunks. I love the pose with the sword. It just is giving me flashbacks when I was a kid, when he came down and absolutely embarrassed Frieza, bruv. Number 8 is Lord Sauron. The only one thing I'm salty about is I wish this was 6-inch and not the standard 4-inch. I think that would have been a little bit more sick, but overall, the details on this pop is stupid, bruv. It's unbelievable. Trust me, when the Amazon show comes out, at the time of this recording, this is going to double in price. Buy this now. Number 7 is from my favourite game of all time. Nothing's ever going to touch it unless Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in my bloody lifetime. This is Alduin, the big bad evil dragon of Skyrim, and this is the best video game version of any dragon. Coming in number 6, Goku Black, Super Saiyan Rose, or Rose, however you want to bloody say it, man. I know different people say it different ways. This is my favourite villain and just overall favourite character in all of Dragon Ball history. Goated, mate. Absolutely goated. I still know people who ain't seen Dragon Ball Super. What are you doing? This pop, it is God tier, mate. Number 5 is the Alien Queen. Like I said, the Xenomorph is my favourite horror creature, or just creature in general, to be honest, of all time. This is getting very hard to find as well. Again, if you want this, trust me, I would get this now. It's only going to get worse in time, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4 is, of course, my favourite Star Wars character of all time, Kylo Ren. This is the Supreme version that has lights and sound. I've done a video, again, you want to check it out, it's in the description. I love the box, the whole black aesthetic. This looks God tier. I'm so glad they gave Supreme Leader Ren the justice he needs. Top 3, we are sweating the Mordor sweats now, mate. The Witch King is one of my favourite characters in movie history. Of course, my favourite villain and overall character in Lord of the Rings. I'm so glad they gave him his fire sword. Just, I love it, mate. I love it. At the time of this recording, I'm actually planning to cosplay the Witch King. Stay tuned for that bad boy. Second place is the jumbo version of Thanos. Again, if you ain't had a jumbo pop, this is huge. This is like 2 6-inch ones stacked on top of each other. I guess 12-inch, whatever, bruv. I love it. I absolutely love it. Of course, I'm about the villain life, ladies and gentlemen, and this was #1 for the longest time until I saw the jumbo size Michael Myers with the blood splatter. Yeah, I'm in love, ladies and gentlemen. This is my favourite Funko Pop of all time. I get asked all the time, bruv. Halloween's one of my favourite franchises of all time, in the top 5 easily. This pop just stands out, man. It always has since the day I saw it, literally like last year. This is beyond God tier and my personal favourite Funko. If you're still watching this video, hey, I really, really appreciate you, man. A big up Funko Pop. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. Peace.